Overall, I just appreciate the fact that y'all had this personal situation and you figured out how to capitalize on it.
Yeah, we made money. Got exposure for his league.
What confuses me is when people have a professional situation and then it goes the other way sometimes. Like, I've been there before. But recently, Hitman and Cassidy.
Cassidy? Yeah, that was a crazy face-off.
Yeah, they had a face-off.
Yeah.
I was in the building.
Thoughts?
Yeah, Knowledge had front
You
row
in that
seats.
picture.
Knowledge had front row seats.
I was like,
Knowledge was like,
damn.
How many, if you was to sit down and watch that face-off, how many hats would you have on by the end of it?
Recording.
Just curious, just out of curiosity.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Cassidy was, Cassidy
was Cassidy,
man.
right?
Cassidy is Cassidy, man. I think one of his attributes needs to be like annoying. Like he knows how to get under niggas' skin. And I'm not saying that like in a bad face. He know irritating. He know how to get under you.
He was smiling and shit.
He know what he's doing. Right? He a fucking genius at that shit. Like he's not even. I know he's not serious. He's just doing what he has to do
exactly
to get this shit where it's supposed to be. Like
right.
He's the energy. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
but what do we say about things like that, right? Like, is it okay? Is it standard? Is it entertainment? Because when it goes left, who's accountable for that?
As long as it don't go left, it's entertainment, right?
It shouldn't have went. So so this is my opinion on it. I feel like Hitman was not wrong for feeling how he felt.
All right.
Like maybe he went too far though. Like you know how it's like this. It's like I can be right in my anger. I can be wrong in my response to the anger. It's like you step on my shoe, right? You step on my shoe and you're like, I'm sorry, and I slap the shit out of you.
Right.
That's crazy. I was right to be offended that you stepped on my shoe or to be like,
but I
didn't have to slap you.
Right.
Like he was right for feeling away, but he was talking him down. Everything that he said, Cassidy talked him down, diminish it, then deflect. He like, yo, I made more. How much money you make? He's like, I'm not here to talk about money. Nigga, you just brought money up. So I get it. Like, yo, you not. He said when he told him he wasn't tougher than him, that was like the line. Like,
yo,
you ain't tougher than me. Like, yo,
he started knocking niggas out for.
So that's where it seems like,
living,
and once you see the thing is when you dealing with a nigga that knows how to irritate, once you let him see
what it is,
he gonna stay there. Like he not going nowhere until you move him up. That's why you can't like this niggas will play that game even like when you dealing with niggas will play the cool game to see how the first person to get mad loses. You can't get mad. Like the first person that like you get mad and you don't take it to the next level, you lost. You lost all control of that argument. You lost that debate.
Right.
It's over. So soon as that's what I'm saying. Like I don't think he was wrong to feel away about the shit, but he definitely maybe could have. And I can't say that either because I'm a nigga that just battled a nigga because of all the wild shit. So I can't necessarily say.
And I was telling John too when he walked in the room. I said, yo, this is the eve of your battle, baby.
It was that close. It
was like a couple days right before the battle. It was like a couple days right before the battle. So I was like, damn.
Yeah. John was in there looking crazy.
that looked
He was there though. Crazy. He was there though. That picture that y'all got. You seen the picture? With y'all three in it, you, him, and Lord
He got a lot of shout outs.
It's hilarious.
John got a lot of shout outs during that shit.
He did?
Yeah. He got some shout outs. Shout out to John. Shout out to John. You know, it's crazy. In the face-off.
Face-off.
Yeah.
The Hitman one?
Yeah.
I was just happy that shit ain't go left, man. You know
what would you have done in that situation?
Huh?
What would you have done in that situation? You let Cassidy get the best of you like that?
Listen,
him and Serious Jones had a crazy shit.
Nah,
right, but and I had to sit across from that.
Niggas went outside, these niggas ready to fight.
But for me, I'm sitting there and I like,
you was being cool at first, but he kept wilding on you.
And then you went outside.
And I was like, okay, my nigga, like, let's end the cap. You know what I'm saying? We can stop here. I think they got enough footage. We can stop here. You really want to do it?
Man, I said, all right, let's go outside then, my nigga.
But it wasn't like, even after the Serious Jones situation, how we shook hands and all that shit, like, that shit wasn't, you know what I'm saying?
How you punch that, man?
I was going through it, bro. And it had nothing to do with him. You know what I'm saying? You ever have like a terrible day and end up just arguing with somebody you ain't mean to argue with?
I ain't never shot a nigga because he wasn't supposed to get shot, though.
I didn't say, we ain't talking about shooting.
It's the
bro.
same shit, bro.
You
punch that man in front of 10,000 motherfuckers.
But that's not the same,
It
bro.
is,
like,
fool.
That's crazy.
That was crazy.
Might as well have
It's
shot him.
crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy, fool. You really just punched that man, fool. Like,
There's crazy
Matt said
things
he
in
was
that,
hungry.
Nah, Not that many, fool. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know if that was he was trolling. Like then you did it, then you punching niggas.
But you know, we come from
and then say you was hungry.
We come from humble beginnings. You feel what I'm saying? So like, you sometimes you gotta check your reflexes, because it's not the environment for that reflex.
Okay.
You dig what I'm saying?
That's right. Did you check your reflex?
Yeah, definitely.
That day?
Yeah. Look where we at now, son.
No, that day that happened.
Obviously, he didn't check
that
his
happened.
reflexes.
The day that happened.
I think it was.
What did you do? Hold on.
No, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Ace, cut that shit out, bro.
Yo, hold on. After you did it, yo, where'd you go?
Cut that shit out.
Where did you go? Where'd you go, bro? Did you go to McDonald's?
No, you didn't.
I'm not even gonna do that.
Dead ass?
Because for me, like, I'm glad that we passed that. You feel me? And I feel like it'd be disrespectful for me to like to just even laugh about that type of shit.
Okay, look, it's not even a funny. This is literally like, because I don't know. You mind you, I was in prison at the time. I wasn't around when this shit happened.
Right.
What the fuck did you like? You did that, then what? You just went home? Like you just all right.
It was everybody went home after that. You didn't see the footage?
Everybody
went home.
Yeah, the whole event was done.
You know what I'm saying?
Daylight was about to shoot.
But the important thing was we was able to come back and get a bag.
Looking like San
Andreas
characters.
And that's
really
what I was pushing for.
I feel like Jones was able to vent too, like get that shit off his chest.
What
What he had to say to you, he was able to say all that shit without you getting in the middle and be like, nah. You actually let that nigga vent. Like you let that nigga vent. Like go ahead, man. Fuck it.
I will say, I give him a lot of credit for getting over it. Mm-hmm. Because obviously it's easy for you to get over it and want to mend.
What's he get over?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But for him to say it's over and get past it.
There was a lot of things that happened.
I'll be honest, I don't think I would ever get past some shit like that. Like a bitch knocking me the fuck out.
I ain't gonna hold you.
I might have to just make it even and then we good.
But see,
like I'm gonna just rock this shit and now we good.
People fight every day, B.
Nah, that wasn't no fight.
People fight every day.
It's the public aspect of it.
But here's the difference though. Like I look at certain situations and I'll be like, what's the threat?
Okay.
Fist fight, all right, my nigga, I had like 100 of those. You know what I'm saying? But when I look at like the Hitman and Cassidy situation, the bag being moved around, that right there, in my mind is like, oh nah, I would have did something in that situation. Because for me, that's a different type of issue.
But that's the same situation Ace was kind of put in too, in the same situation.
Nah, my situation was different than that.
Similar.
Nah.
My
shit was overt. A bag and a clutch.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying it was that level of taking it there.
Yeah. Because a bag and then, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I,
just
once
the
again,
assumption of what might be in there, I'll air this bitch out, all of those things.
Yeah, I mean.
It's like damn near telling you what's going on.
That's true. But I don't know, like, it's one thing to say that type of shit. It's another thing
to actually do
make
it, right?
a step in furtherance of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to say that you just take a threat lightly, no, obviously you don't, but a threat is a threat. An overture is an overture. Like, a nigga taking another, like, actual conscious step. It's like with like, when in the feds, they, like, conspiracy charge. In order to actually get charged with a conspiracy, you got to do something in furtherance of the conspiracy. So, like, me sitting in a car with a nigga and talking about robbing a bank isn't actually a conspiracy until we go buy ski masks.
Right.
Now it's a conspiracy.
Right.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
now you taking an
step further. Exactly. So
I mean, I don't know.
That's just me.
I like Hitman a lot, but I don't know about the bag thing. I don't know.
He was in there by himself.
I could be wrong. I
John
know
John's in there by himself.
I know he was by himself.
came in after. He came in like toward the end.
But was it a threatening situation? You was there.
A lot of niggas.
I'm not saying it was a threatening situation. Cassidy had his peoples there. You know what I'm saying?
From what he explained, it was a lot of females.
It was his manager, his girl, a couple dudes, you know what I'm saying? It just, at the end of the day, you don't know who's
Well, he
who for what.
emphasized that he was by himself.
He was by himself,
So he
yeah.
definitely felt like, I'm in an uncomfortable situation, and I don't like this, and you talking about you tough.
And then I
And
think
I
he
don't
said,
like that.
his thing was, Cassidy said, I got niggas in here that'll do shit to you.
Right.
So he felt like, all right, if you got niggas in here that'll do shit to me.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
he kind of
and that's what I'm saying. See, that's
so he's like, that's why I'll get my bag. If you got niggas in here that'll do shit.
He like, you right.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just the thing is with that type of shit.
Well, that's a little different.
I don't even want, you know what I'm saying? Like I said.
Yeah, but then just stop it.
They did.
Stop.
They eventually stopped it and left.
At what point can you though?
Yeah.
They stopped and left. It was like,
You can't just hit the eject button.
All right. See, now you, depending on where you're from, that is a bluff.
Unless it's not.
No. Yes, it is.
Unless it's
I'm not gonna.
The only reason it's a bluff is because the star of Wildin' Out is not about to shoot.
You don't know that.
Cassidy on camera.
You don't know that.
If you are,
you
you're
don't
stupid.
know that.
He
just
might
don't know until the shit happens.
That's what I'm saying. Like right now we ain't here, right?
You're not smart for that.
I'm not saying it's not about smart. It's about going home.
When you do wild shit.
Like I didn't do. Bro, listen, I'm gonna keep it 100. I've been in some shit in my life.
Right.
And I never. It wasn't never like. This was the best decision I probably could have made was to not put myself in that situation. And that's one of the greatest lessons I learned through doing time was like, because I never forget, I had ended up pleading out to another charge. So it was like I had like 4 convictions. So like and they were all violent. They're all violent. They all like deal with like a gun possession. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, if I get caught with a gun again, I'm going to prison forever.
That's over, right?
And I'm like, yo, in my head, I'm like, yo, I take my gun everywhere. When I'm back there, I'm like, yo, I literally don't go nowhere without the firearm. If the firearm isn't allowed, I'm not allowed.
Right.
And I'm saying to myself, like, okay, what the fuck way is there around that? And I'm saying, okay, it took like 8 years of me being in prison for me to understand that, oh, well, if you kind of know, like, because you kind of know when you're going somewhere where you think you're going to need a gun. Not saying that you can predict that everywhere.
Right.
So if you think ahead of time that I'm going to need a gun, probably not going to go there.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard. Told Jim I need a bomb I could drop on you niggas. Bad boy, I'm never gonna stop for you niggas. I don't give a fuck who you got is the illest. I solidify my spot with gorillas. Now